That's not a knife. That's a knife. Hello my friends, welcome back. Today we have really important topic, and that is if size really matter in knife throwing, because on the market you can buy a lot of options of throwing knives. Some of them are good, but some of them are really bad and you can easily hurt yourself. So today I will give you some tips what you can buy. So let's get started. First knives that we're gonna take a look at, I received from my friend Matt from Canada. They are like this biohazard sign, and from other side it's Rukon, Britain and China. They are very small guys and really light. And for those who are not familiar with the knife throwing, what will actually happen if you have knife like this? First of all, if you are a beginner, you will have really hard time to stick it into the target if you don't know how, if you never seen before some techniques and stuff like that, because the weight of the knife, it's really small. So if you're gonna stick it very lightly, it's gonna fall down, you know. But this one have actually pretty good point, so at least that. But like I said, with this weight, if you're not gonna throw like super hard, you know, they will gonna fall. That's the first thing. And also guys, if you gotta miss, they can rebound really crazy because of the weight. You see, you have to be really careful on that, because even they are light and small, they can still hurt you really bad with these ricochets and rebounds. So you have to be always careful on that, and I really don't recommend to start with such a small knives, guys. Look at that. That's like 2 millimeters thickness and length, I don't know, that's not even 8 inches. So definitely don't go with these and pick something else. I will show you right now other options. Another really bad product are these Red Guardian throwing knives. Again guys, look at that. They are so small. After I will show you the comparison compared to my arrows. And look at that guys. Again, very thin. Paracord on the handle basically makes no sense. You don't need it. You have holes all over the knife. And that means if you're gonna miss more times, you can bet that this knife is gonna break. And also they are sharp guys, and that makes really no sense, especially for beginner, because you can easily hurt yourself if you want to throw the house pin. Look at that. If I will hold it by the blade, I would be easily cut. So if you want to avoid that, you can only throw by the handle, full spin or no spin. I mean, you can stick them, you know, but for the beginner, it's definitely not good knife. And again, in this case, size matter for sure, and especially length and weight, because look at that guys. I really don't like this. And again, like before, you can easily hurt yourself with the rebounces, and now even with the sharp edge. So definitely don't go with this. Let's move on. This Black Legion throwing knife, it's a little bit bigger guys, but again, same extreme. Holes in the knives inside, now even some kind of like saw from the side, and it looks like a throwing knife from Sauron from Lords of the Ring or something like that. But again guys, this is too much fantasy. Made in China again, stainless steel, paracord on the handle. At least the sides is again a little bit better. But again guys, this throwing knife make no sense if you want to get better skills in knife throwing. You want to avoid some dangers from the ricochet and stuff like that, because look at that. I mean, if the rebounds is, oof, you can get really stabbed. So again, another knife that I would definitely not recommend. Let's go to another knife. And now we have something a little bit better, guys. These are the Gil Hebel large triple throwing set. And this was actually my first throwing knives that I ever purchased. The length, it's about 23 or 24 centimeters. I don't know exactly right now. But you can see this is more like a knife. The thickness, it's better, length, and also the weight, guys. So if you are a knife thrower on the budget, I would definitely go with these knives, because the previous knives that we had before are way too thin and way too small, guys. So like I said, if you want to save some money and still get into the knife throwing, these could be your options, because with these you can start full spin, no spin. It's really up to you guys. Only one thing I really don't like, it's they was sharp from the beginning, but you can easily use file and unsharp them. But with Gil Hebel, wow guys, you can really try whatever you want and you can easily learn the fundamentals. But after that you can still pick something else. But from the beginning, really cool knives. So if I recommend Gil Hebel, definitely. And if you are into the more traditional stuff, I can definitely recommend legendary Czech bayonet VZ58. It's used, guys, by many really great Czech throwers, and the length and the weight, it's really optimal, so you can even use it on the competition. It's not sharp, so that's really best. But guys, one really important thing, keep that in mind, because you write me all the time that you broke your VZ58, but after that you send me the picture, you didn't have the full tank version, guys. So if you're gonna purchase the VZ58 bayonet, you always check for the full tank version. It should definitely survive much longer, and the price tag on them, it's really great. Actually about $15 or $20 per piece. So for around $50 or $60 you can have 3 cool knives from the start. That's really great, guys. And like I said, this knife, it's really great for any technique, guys. It's really up to you. No spin, full spin, really great. I especially love it for half spin throwing. And now let's move to the customs. Alright guys, last but not least, we have custom throwing knives. And there you can see kind of the biggest differences, because each thrower prefers something else. So for example, in Italy, they are using really big knives, like 35 centimeters, something like that. But for example, in Russia, for spin throwing, for no spin, they use kind of same knives, and up max to the 30 centimeters. I didn't see the bigger ones in Russia. But for example, in USA, for spin throwing, they're using bigger bowies. So you can get a little bit the idea that each thrower using something else. So for example, for me, on my last championships years before, I was using these competition arrows, 6 millimeters, 25 centimeters and 250 grams. For me, guys, this was simply the best. But after some time, this one was horrible. But after some time, I switched, and now I'm using again the arrows, but in 8 millimeters. As you can see, the thickness, it's really great now for my index finger. The release for the surface is really great, and the weight, it's now 300 grams. So you can get the idea that even after some time, your throwing will evolve and you will maybe pick something else. So it don't have to be arrows. You will maybe stick with the Gil Hebel or cold steel. It will be always, guys, really up to you. Alright guys, let's summarize this. Today you were able to see that size in knife throwing definitely matter. So for example, if you have knives like these, those guys can only throw away. I only recommend, if you are a thrower on the budget, go with the companies like Gil Hebel, Cold Steer, or you can also make your own, guys. But go at least with the length 20 centimeters, 200 grams, and thickness at least 5 or 6 millimeters. These are not enough for me, guys. It's about 3 or 4. But like I said, if you are on the budget, Gil Hebel, I can definitely recommend. But guys, the best option what you can get if you want to get your knife throwing on another level is to get customs. And there are so many great companies on the market, for example like Flying Steel, Busby Blades, or you can get these also at the sharpblades.com, guys. So you have a lot of options what you can get. And also, guys, let me know in the comments what your throwing knives are your favorites, what you are using for the practice, and what do you want to see in the future. But for today, that's it. So thank you one for watching. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.